Number 11. Okay, so this is talking about box and whisker plots. So we talked about those. Remember, they deal with medians and then lower quartile, which is the median of your lower half, upper quartile, median of your upper half, your lower extreme and your upper extreme. So median, what is the median class average of 5th period? So the box plots below show her 3rd period average and her 5th period average. So median average of 5th period is this right here, which is 85. What is the range of 3rd period? It's your greatest, which is 100, minus your least, which is 70. So 100 minus 70, which is 30. Okay? So moving on. Which statement is accurate comparison of Miss Lou's 3rd and 5th period class? Students in 5th period are not smarter. You cannot say that based on some data with some numbers. The mean class average in 5th period, are we talking about mean? No, we're talking about the median of the data. The interquartile ranges of the 2 class periods are not equal. Well, interquartile range here is 88 minus 73, which is 15. And then this interquartile range is 91 minus 79, which is 12. So they're not equal. So that looks like it's probably going to be it. But let's check D. The range of class averages in 3rd period is less than the range. Well, the range is 100 to 70, and then this range is 97 to 70. So no, it's not higher. The range of the class average is less. This is not. 3rd period is higher. So C is your answer choice for that. Okay, number 14. Horton asked every child leaving the grocery store to pick their favorite television show out of 4 choices. 105 children said Explorigans. 210 children said Mr. Science. 147 children said I Heart Heather. And 238 children said Alphabet Lane. Which of the following statements is supported by this data? Over 1/3 of the children like Alphabet Lane. Well, how many like Alphabet Lane? 238 out of, what's the total? So you would have to add all those choices. You would say 105, 210, 147, and 238. So if we add all those choices, we have 700. So out of 700, is 238 a third? So how do you know? Well, we'd have to maybe find the percentage. You could find the percentage. You would divide by 7. 238 divided by 7. Or you can simplify 238 over 700, whichever one floats your boat better. Okay. And that's going to be 34%. So over 1/3. 34% is over a third, right? Just a little bit. Explorigans should be canceled. Well, can we know that from the data? No. Mr. Science merchandise should be displayed the most prominently. Mr. Science, well, no, because Alphabet Lane has higher. And then only one of the television shows is a favorite of the majority. No, there's not one that's like a true rating. So it's F.
Got it.
Number 15. Zorro asked 50 random people in town of 1,200 whether or not they are registered to vote. 34 of the 50 are registered. Based on this data, about how many in the town? Well, you would set that up as a proportion. Remember, how many are registered over your total that you asked out of how many out of 1,200. You can cross multiply and divide, or here you could scale up. You would get 24 times 24. So you could do 34 times 24. Now, looking at these answer choices, we know it can't be this because that was out of 50. So if we do that, I got 816, which is answer choice B. Okay, now I wouldn't put it at this one because that would be a lot higher of a percentage, and this would be over 100%. So you could have actually eliminated that down without even solving it. Number 16. Which community is most likely to have the least senior adults? Okay, so total population, average age, and then number of houses. So average age here is pretty young, right? So on this data, I would say the least senior adults would be Oakwood because their average population is what? Lower. What happened when I put my age in your data? What happened with that? It popped it up and it made it kind of more untrue, right? Because not anybody in here was whatever 14 or whatever, but my age affects it like that. So if the age is really low, this is the lowest age because the average here is 41, 25, 32 has the lowest average, so that means it has a less older people, right? So I would go Oakwood here. Which community is most likely the smallest in area? Okay, so number of houses, schools, and neighborhood. So think about that. So if they have 0 schools in the neighborhood, that's probably going to be a small community, right? Number of houses compared to number of people. So like this one has total population of 300 and they have 150 houses. Okay, this total population has 1,525. But how are you going to tell? I would say the colony. But that doesn't, what it's asking doesn't give you a true data set. I mean, to truly find the area. But if they don't have any schools, they only have 2 people per house, that's probably a smaller community because this has a higher average per house. So I would say the colony on that one. Okay, if you have any more questions, let me know. But we're going to watch that. You can go ahead and watch that other video. It should take you like less than 8 or about 8 minutes or so.